What's up, gamers? This is That PlayStation Gamer coming to you guys with a brand new video. Today, I want to talk to you guys today about Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobe. Now, I'm not going to have any actual gameplay footage from myself, because, to be honest, I kind of forgot to record gameplay footage, and I don't feel like turning this game on anymore, because I'm going to be very straightforward on this. This game, through 80% of the experience, is actually really good. In fact, I would say it's kind of the high benchmark for those PS2 era remakes. You know, like how there was a Mafia remake and there's a Destroy All Humans 1 remake, and I'm pretty sure there's a couple more I'm missing. But Destroy All Humans 2 also feels like it's a time capsule of kind of what I hate about that era of gaming. So, first off, let's talk about the story. What story? Oh, Crypto and Pox are trying to find the KBG and find out what they're up to. Spoiler alert, it's a secret alien invasion, and basically the final boss is actually a Russia agent, but he's actually disguised as an alien, because, well, it's vice versa, but still, it's a nothing story. It's a nothing story with nothing fries and nothing side, because honestly, the story doesn't matter. The story does not matter. It comes from this era where story wasn't even a thing, really. It was something that, it was there, but it was barely there. It navigate you to, from mission to mission. That was it. That was the structure. This wasn't, in the benefit of telling the story. This was in the benefit of, go around, assassinate X person, and that was the mission. So, yeah, there's not much of a story to talk about. Characters, I kind of want to talk about Crypto last, just because I do feel like this becomes a bit of a chore to talk about the characters, especially in this case where they're mostly just parodies. They're just jokes. Like, every Russian talks with stereotypical Russian accent, and every Asian person speaks with a very broken English dialogue. And there's ninjas and all that stuff. It's a parody game. It has fun with making fun of people, and it does not care if you get offended. And you know what? I gotta respect that. I gotta respect the fact they stuck to, exactly how the game was back in, the day when the first, I guess you say, version 1 or the original came out. So, I gotta say, the characters are pretty much a fun little parody. But, like I said, I want to talk about Crypto last, because Crypto kind of, well, we'll talk about that. So, gameplay. Gameplay is pretty solid through the most part. It's basically your typical GTA clone, but the world's not really a world, if you know what I mean. It's more of an open area, and you get to go around, look for collectibles and stuff like that. You've played this type of game, but where things get a little different is with how Crypto can interact with the world. It's like Skate. This is something they actually added into the new version, or at least I'm aware this was something they added. And it does make traversing the areas much easier to get through. So basically it kind of works as a hoverboard that Crypto's somehow make it. I think it's because he has psychokinesis or whatever. And the jetpack, obviously make it fun to traverse through. But I also feel that there really isn't much personality in these worlds, because they're basically what you expect. You're in the Japan world. Guess what? You're going to see a lot of Japanese stuff. And yeah, it's cute for a while, but it's I kind of wish I was able to do a little bit more than just the collectibles and the side missions. Although the side missions can be pretty freaking funny. I especially love the cult storyline. How that's actually probably my favorite part about the game is when Crypto and this, I guess what did they call it? It was kind of like their god at one point, the Crypto species. It's kind of like their god, and Crypto's supposed to be this reincarnation, and it's kind of cute. It's okay, this is kind of cool. He's running a cult, and so I don't know, it felt a little off, but it's nothing I couldn't live with. But yeah, I got a bit rant about this. So this game, like I said, 80% of this game is pretty darn good. So where's that 20% coming from, TBG, that you say is not good? Well, there are 3 things I would point to that just, honestly, I feel like they haven't aged well. First off, as hinted before, Crypto. Crypto is very much a horn dog. He is always trying to hit on this one girl, Natalia, and it's just it kind of gets old after a while. And he's always, making fun of people and like how it's just, he also has a lot of sexual reference. And it's like, at first it's kind of cute, the alien's horny, but it's like, he keeps doing it. And it's like, oh no, this is his character, isn't it? Now, yes, he does have a little bit more layers to him, but it's so buried underneath like this horn dog personality that it gets tiring. It really does. It just gets tiring to the point that I legit was just like starting to skip through the dialogue, the optional dialogue, because it's just like, Jesus Christ, how many times are you going to make the same joke? Everything's about sex. Everything's about the package. It's just like, Jesus Christ, please, someone actually make a joke that isn't about sex or drugs. It's like, Christ. This is very much a game that came from the 2000s, because it feels like a game that came from the 2000s. Second thing, and this is probably a bigger criticism I have for the game overall, is I don't feel like they did enough with it. I feel like as this is called a remake by most people, it didn't feel like they changed enough. It didn't feel like that, yeah, they added some quality of life improvements, but that's kind of it. And I know some people say, oh, that's what they did The Last of Us Part 1. But The Last of Us Part 1 was always about just more about the graphics and improved facial animations and stuff. This was like supposed to be a remake. This was supposed to be something that was like from the ground up, rebuilt for a new generation. And it feels like it's a PS2 game with PS5 skin on it. But then we gotta talk about the thing I cannot do in this game. The final mission. Most of this game is pretty solid, right? Most of this game is it gets to the point. It's funny, it's cute, but I started noticing as I progressed through the freaking game that things were starting to be missing. There was like audio cues that just weren't there. There was like sound effects in the background that were distracting. And I noticed like there was characters getting caught in like areas. It was just like, it was constantly happening. But then you get to the final mission. And I am telling you guys, the final mission is so fucking dumbfounding. It made me want to make this video purely to rant. Just cause, first off, the final mission, you have to escort Natalia everywhere, right? So you think, okay, well, with the way AIs are improved now, the AI could, be a little smarter. Nope. Natalia decides if there's an alien on the corner of the other side of the fucking map in the opposite direction you're supposed to be going, she's gunning for that fucking alien. An alien, by the way, she won't even end up killing most of the damn time. So you have to go there, fight for her, and then kill the alien, and then try to get her to go all the way back to where things were. But then, if she dies in this mission, you go all the way back to the very beginning. Very few checkpoints in this part. But then, there's parts where you have to defend her against like the toughest enemies in the game that are not bosses. And guess what? She almost dies instantly. Especially if you're playing on the harder difficulties. It kept having these little things. And she was just constantly getting into these fights that I was like, Jesus Christ, the AI is not smart at all. I know some people might say AI, hasn't improved, much over the years. But like I said, at least in a case like The Last of Us Part 1, where they actually rebuilt the AI isn't dumb enough to just charge at you, or Ellie to just run in the middle of the fucking battlefield. But that's what Natalia does. But then the final boss. Now, the final boss is bullshit. I mean this 100% bullshit. This game, through most of it, is pretty much a breeze. It is not that hard to play through. Even on I guess you would say a slightly harder difficulty. But all of a sudden, this game just spikes that difficulty. It is hard. I want you guys to envision this. Close your eyes for a second and envision what I'm describing to you. You are fighting this boss. This boss is big. It's a big alien boss. And you have to chip at the boss's armor. The armor is supposed to be impenetrable. But wait, the boss can shoot back with plasma weapons. Okay, easy enough. You dodge those. But then the boss has a laser that can follow you and for an unreasonable amount of long time. Mind you, you can't even target the armor. You're still just targeting the boss. So you have to keep hitting the stage with some of your best weapons constantly just to get a fragment of a freaking piece of armor off. Now, I tried this for, I think I at least tried 20 times to fight this boss. Even on easier difficulty, this boss is still a constant sponge. And this just keeps amplifying even more. There will be a time where the boss doesn't actually have one laser. Oh, no. He has 2 homing lasers. And the area surrounding you will start, releasing poison, which could take down your shield. And then there's enemies, little alien enemies coming down. They can take down a good fragment of your shield. All this, by the way, on easy. And you still have to avoid all these attacks, and your best weapons run out of ammo, so you're trying to get ammo. Do you see the fucking problem here? I don't want to hear people talking about how PS2 days were so damn great, when this is a PS2 game, in its skin, in its freaking everything. It's baffling to play. And I wanted to like this game. I did. I was enjoying this game up to that point. And then I just said, fuck it. I deleted the game. I hit it off my games list so I never fucking be tempted to play it. And you know what I did? I Googled the ending. And I'm going to play the ending here for you. Because the ending is just nothing. So, for the record, Natalia dies, before the boss fight. To kind of give Crypto that, no, my baby's dead, you bastard. But instead, they just decide to clone her back. They just bring her back. Like it doesn't matter. But don't worry. She's had some modifications, Crypto tells us. So, first off, this ending's not earned. This ending is stupid. And most of the part, I'm going to say this, and this might come off as a little SJWE, but this feels a little misogynistic. The way Crypto says he's made some altercations and how she's very nice to Crypto instead of being the little tea she has been through the entire game tells me Crypto might have, what's the word I'm thinking of here, brainwashed her or made her subservient. Now, am I saying that this is, this is a misogynist game and this has ruined the game for me? No, but I just want to point that out. Like, oh, suddenly she's much more subservient, and she has psychic powers too. So, yeah, I wanted to point that out because I did have a little bit of a problem with that, and I also feel sorry for Pox by the end of the game because so Crypto could bring back Natalia, no problem, but doesn't bring back Pox, doesn't give him a body, no, but he brings back the hot blonde chick that he's had a crush on through 90% of this game. So overall, what do I think of Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobe? I think it's a pretty good game. I think especially for the price sales at being asked at $40, it's a pretty good game. My problems are that it still feels like it's a game made in the 2000s. It still feels like it's kind of caught in this time capsule. For better or worse, if you like this type of game, you like those PS2, difficulty spikes in the final boss, and just kind of going around doing nothing for a bit, then I guess this is something I could recommend. For $40, it's not the worst, but it's like at the same time, I'm like, I don't feel the improvements. It feels like it's still a PS2 game, and the story doesn't help, and the characters are not helping either. So overall, I give this about a 5 out of 10. I would say this is a buy if you want to, but rent if you're curious. Rent or wait for a discount. I know $40 is already pretty cheap, but I would say this is a good $20 game. So until next time, guys, this is That PlayStation Gamer sign out. Hoping y'all have a good day. And what do you guys think of Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobe? Like I said, I don't hate this game for the record. I do like this game. I think it's fun to play, but it also kind of doesn't really do anything new for the Destroy All Humans franchise, and it's just kind of there. It's just like, it's a fun game to play. It's a good waste of time, but you're going to wait for something else. You're going to wait for the next big AAA game. This is very much a AA filler game. Peace out and have a good day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube algorithm BS. Peace out.